So I know that you guys are kind of farther along in your college experience, but when you lived in the dorms, or like you said you're moving back in, what are sort of your dorm essentials, both technology and non-technology wise?
Definitely like just some Clorox wipes. Yeah, it's just an all-around good cleanup tool, and maybe some Febreze too. Febreze is definitely solid. No, they're not paying me at all. I just really enjoy those two products.
Very sanitary.
Yes.
We were thinking entertainment. Yeah, that works for us too.
Clorox and Febreze, hey. Yeah.
I think you need to make every effort to keep your room organized, just because you're living in such a small room that to have papers on on your desk can quickly turn to a big mess. So I think you really need to put make every effort you can to organize, whether it's put up some extra shelves or put up a few extra hooks, whatever you can do just to make sure that things have a place and out of the way. And your roommates will appreciate that too if you're living like in a double room.
Yeah, definitely like 3M hooks that you can just like stick the sticky stuff on the wall and put the hooks on, and those are just really easy. You can take them off at the end of the year and they don't leave marks. Those are really awesome. Power cords are super awesome, so you can plug in all of your stuff.
Isn't it funny how the basics like turn into the best things in the world?
Yes, yeah. They're super simple, but you really need them.
Yeah.
So you can plug in everything. Yeah.
I love straw boxes or baskets from IKEA because I'd be so busy that I wouldn't want to like hang things up or put things away. I would just drop them in there, but the little baskets are so cute.
So they were contained.
Exactly.
Your mess
so
was
yeah,
containment.
totally.
Yeah.
Having moved in and out of dorms and apartments a few times, my best advice is consolidate as much as you can and throw away lots. Like pack what you want and then take away half. And try to get things that do more than one thing. Like don't buy an alarm clock, use an alarm clock phone, or don't buy a Blu-ray player and a game system. Buy a game system that can play a Blu-ray or a DVD.
My whole thing was all about the snacks. I had a lot of Easy Mac in those days. Yeah.
So so even then, like a kettle.
Yeah.
I mean, to have a kettle and make tea like in your room doesn't even have that much space, and it's really convenient. And one thing I discovered in freshman year was that they're like a write-on 4-month calendar for the semester, right? And now when you have an assignment due on the first Tuesday of the month, you don't realize that the day before because your calendar is for the first month, right? So you don't realize that it's a month away. Yeah. So really, just to be able to visualize a whole semester on your wall was a big breakthrough for me in terms of organizing and stay on top of things.
So do you guys use, this is sort of a random question, but do you guys use, I know when I was in college I had a hard copy planner that had a calendar in it, and that's where like I wrote all of my assignments. But do you guys do all that digitally now, or do you ever use paper, I guess?
I do both. Like I have a little notebook that I write down my things to do for the day, and then I also use my calendar on my computer to keep track of like major assignments that I have to do. But I definitely use both.
I keep them also in the back of my pocket for any random notes I have to do, but I use things GTD on my iPhone, MacBook, and iPad just to kind of once again to be seamless from device to device. And
fanboy.
Yeah, well, no, hey, do you know what though? It works, and everything it syncs beautifully, and that's really is the reason why I use. I'm happy with that system or setup I have.
Yeah, I'm definitely for class, like definitely still taking notebooks, and I can still study from them. Yeah. It's not like it's heavy; it's a textbook, so it doesn't really matter if I'm throwing it in my backpack or not. But for dates and assignments, especially with a lot of our school used to use Blackboard, but now it moved to a different platform. But regardless, they still have documents that you could download, and I would just at the beginning of the semester download everything or upload it to Google Docs, and whenever I needed it, I just went back to it, and so everything's just digital.
I avoid using paper whenever possible because I take terrible care of it and I lose it a lot.
Yeah.
So like if I ever get a handout in class, like I take all my notes on a computer. If I ever get a handout or something, I'll just take a quick picture with my phone of it and like put it in Evernote.
That is incredible.
I know. I'm like,
No,
I
we
would
gotta
not
get
even
Luke.
thought to do that.
Luke has got to get Luke.
Yeah.
Last semester I wrote a post about kind of backing up our notes, right? Because everyone, we use Time Machine, we use all the backup tools possible, external hard drives, Dropbox, just to protect our data. You know, we're carrying around notebooks of paper in our backpacks. Like with a semester's worth of notes in there, that's to me that's scary. You know what happens if I spill coffee on it? If I lose my bag, there goes a whole semester worth of notes. So what I started doing is scanning all my notes. As soon as I write them out in hand, and then when I get back from class, I scan them, and they're available to me on all my devices, whether I'm in line at coffee shop. And so, taking it to the next step now is I actually make my own notebooks. I use Cornell Notes, and you can read about it on the blog, but actually perforated all the pages by hand.
Incredible.
And now, as soon as I'm done in class, I rip out the page, scan it, file it, and then I just use the digital version from that on in of the note.
You are organized.
Yeah, you put my study habits to shame.